What's up, guys? Mega Bleeder here, back with another episode of Mechanical Mastery Plus. I'm going to get you caught up with what I did between episodes, and then we're going to make some progress today. Let's get started. So I built a little kitchen here. It is functional. We've got the cooking table for cooking for blockheads, and then everything here is connected. I got some blocks down from Farmer's Delight. These are more just for decoration. I wanted to have a finished kitchen. The cabinets don't have a whole lot in them, but we could put items in all of these, and then we can also make things. So our cooked pork chops, we could tell it to cook it, and it's going to cook it in here. And I think we might have access to that here. I don't know where we have access to that other than right here, but now we've got cooked pork chops. So we could go through and make all sorts of food items this way. Since we got our tier 4 permit, we can buy rubber wood saplings. So I got some trees set up here with arboreal extractors, and these are producing latex. I got those hooked up with entangled blocks. Those are hooked up over here. The latex gets imported in. This sequential fabricator automatically converts it into rubber, which gets output here into this furnace and then gets processed up here into this cured rubber. The cured rubber we're going to use later on in the production of dragon heads. I also went ahead and reorganized the mechanism room. So I changed up the way everything was set up. These are a lot of the processes that we had, and I set a lot of them on passive and changed the way that we do things. So everything here is set up to be automatically produced. These are the essences that we're using, and we're using these here to be able to sell. This is our income. We do have these set up with interfaces, all pulling items out and sending them across to these, and these have the high retrieval modules like I've kind of set up before and had showed you guys. I did set up another line of them though, so I did some further automating. We've got refined obsidian that we're going to need. This was already set up. I did go ahead and automate the gilded blackstone, so that we use this gold and blackstone. Blackstone we're just getting from an igneous extruder. Down here in our concrete room, this is where I automated blackstone and basalt. So these have the igneous extruder. And then on one side of the igneous extruder, we have lava. The other side, we have blue ice. And then underneath, we've got soul soil and soul sand. And then inside of these, I just put one of each of the integral components to make them run as fast as possible. We can see here it's producing 4 every single time. I did fully automate netherite, polished blackstone, rose quartz, what is this? Smooth quartz blocks, refined glowstone, and ender eyes. I changed up the way that I was doing it though, because I know that we're going to get further and further into our automation needs. So I switched over to using laser IO. So this here is working the same way that that setup does, but we're using laser IO to transfer everything. And then there are filters on all of these for energy and then the item cards that we need. One of the really nice things about laser IO is that we can set the input side on items. So setting that for down, setting that for up in the instance here of the osmium compressor. On the down side, we're getting our extra, and on the back, we're getting our refined obsidian dust. So we get our osmium here on the yellow, and then our refined obsidian dust on the back, but those are all coming from one side. I didn't modify anything over here other than putting up a facade. I took our drawer filter out because we're going to need a lot of these guys going forward. Over here in our auto crafting area, I did push our crafting CPUs back, and I condensed from 9 down to just 4 because a lot of our things are on passive, but we were running out of space. We ran actually completely out of space. If we take a look at our ME pattern providers, I'm not certain why these 4 are separated from the rest here, but we've got a huge amount of pattern expansion ability here. So I don't think that we'll end up running out of space until the end of the series. If you remember, this is the mob farm that we had originally set up, and you can see it's kind of slow. We don't really get all that many mobs. I'm not certain why the cursed earth is so slow, but it's pretty slow. We had run out of gunpowder, we were running out of mob essence and fluid XP and things like that. So I went ahead and modified them. So this is our new mob farm. It is pretty insane. I've got one up here, Mob Slaughter Factory, making us the liquid meat that's full here, or not full, but working on it, and the pink slime. And these are the mechanical dirt blocks. These are from Industrial Foregoing. These take liquid meat to operate, and they spawn mobs. So they're spawning the mobs here and down here. This Mob Slaughter Factory is what creates the liquid meat and the pink slime. This one down here is giving us the essence from Industrial Foregoing, and then I have that down here automatically being processed into fluid XP buckets. The problem is this doesn't have a bucket in it, but it does create a bucket. We can see the buckets get pumped in here, and then that's automatically getting pushed into this fluid XP. This is essentially like infinite buckets. There's not really a use for infinite buckets, but I found a nice little bug there. But now, if we take a look at Mom Grinding Utilities, we can see that we've got a ton of the fluid XP, and I did go ahead and set up the XP jelly babies. So those get, the fluid XP gets pumped into here with the XP mold jelly baby. It creates those, and then this just has a puller. And if I actually go ahead and upgrade this, now we'll see that these are pulling down and it's making more of our blocks. These, we can eat them, but also we need them to be able to spawn mobs. Oh, and additionally, this is our laser IO setup. So to be able to make the laser IO components, you need these raw logic chips to smelt into logic chips. And that's what you use to make the cards, to make the laser connectors, and then the laser connectors make the laser nodes. I have that set up here, but I do want to make a note about something that is important. So the item filter card here, I was trying to insert just one set of items to be able to stock in here because I didn't want it to fill up, especially with the improved mechanical essence. Well, the filter card here sees these ghost items as inside the inventory. So I couldn't set the filter to just say 4, 2, 2, and 1. It was not working because it was seeing these as the 4, 2, 2, and 1. So I had to double it. So I kind of had to troubleshoot that for a little while. But those are getting pulled into here and getting pulled into a drawer. And those are just set to upgrade. The drawers do have a weird thing. I need to put a puller on this because the furnaces have this thing where it gets stuck. So if I set this to up and I place it in here, we'll see that it'll start automatically outputting on its own. But for some reason, if you relog in the world, it doesn't do it. I also set up mineral log automation because we were needing more of these because I had to batch craft a bunch of squeezers. So that's set up here to get us blocks. I moved our ice over here. I don't know if I showed that earlier. The reason that I needed to automate the squeezers is because the use of this inactive advanced mechanical dust that we're going to need soon to make our next mechanical crystal to sell is going to need liquid chorus. So we had a phytogenic insulator over here growing chorus flowers, and it was too slow. So I built up a bunch of them. I did some crafting in a big automation, and that was actually the first automation that I did with laser IO. So let's show you that. This is my wall of chorus flower automation. We can see here, these guys are all running at a pretty good clip. We've got a bunch of liquid chorus in here. The liquid chorus, like I said, we're going to have to use for the automation, and that's going up by about a bucket each time. And that liquid chorus is going to be used about a bucket each. And I'm not sure the processing speed, but it needs a bucket per process for this. So we're going to need a lot of liquid chorus. So that's why there's so many of these here. So the phytogenic insulators are growing the chorus flowers, and those get put into this drawer, and then they get pulled out of the drawer and put into this furnace. And then the popped chorus fruit comes out and it gets put in these mechanical squeezers. And here we can see I've got an absolute ton of laser IO automation set up. It wasn't too difficult to set up all these cards, to set them up using the filter, and I used different channels, so I didn't really have to filter. I just changed the channels on them. I'm providing it over here with PhytoGrow and water, and then power down here. If we look at the card holder, we can actually edit. So if I looked at these redstone cards, I can right click on that and I can change the entire stack of cards at a time. So it's not too terrible when you want to set up mass things like this and you need a bunch of filters that have the exact same settings. And over here on the create side, I did make some modifications over here. So I automated the casing, the copper casing, brass casing, and andesite casing. They've been running for a while. They are completely full. I did automate the advanced mechanical dust. So that's getting crushed up here. I am crushing our gilded blackstone into bedrock shards and carbon powder, mostly carbon powder. The bedrock shard is really low drop chance on getting the getting from this gilded blackstone. So I think the 2% chance of dropping from blackstone, that's if you use these radiant glow claws, which is a crafting recipe that we have to get into far into the future. And then I also automated the precision mechanisms. And just to save myself a hassle of having to cycle it through, the precision mechanism has to go through 5 times of these 3 sequence: small cogwheel, large cogwheel, and an iron nugget. So those are all set up here with the laser nodes from Laser IO. They're getting piped in through this interface here, and that's also where the blackstone and advanced mechanical essence are coming from. So those are hooked up right here, and this precision mechanism we use to make the shadow mechanism, magmatic, annealed, and then finally the refined mechanism, which we use for the glow saber, glow claws, the creative motor from create, and the creative generator from create. Creates an infinite supply of forge energy. That's pretty neat. So we'll get into this, and I'm not sure like how much this creates, but we'll get there eventually. So what I want to do today is automate this dark essence and this light essence. And what I'm thinking actually is we are going to do that in kind of a 2 sets of 4. So let's get 6 of these guys. And we're also going to need mixers. Let's get 7 of these. There we go. And we're going to set those up, I think over here. They're going to be set up kind of in a similar layout to what these are. So we're going to have to take our blaze burner and let's see. We'll probably bring up another interface. I could connect this with cables. Let's see. No, I only have 3 more spots there. And for this, we're going to need 4. For this, we're going to need 3. This, we're going to need 4, plus our blaze cakes. So it's going to make sense to set these up independently. How much space do we have here? Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So the middle would be here. 1, 2, 5. So that's the middle. So let's say here like this. Yeah, that should be okay. So these guys are going to get set up here. And then what I'm actually going to do... Those are okay. Those are okay. I'm going to move these lights because I don't really like the way that those look. Would this look better at the end of the hallway? We still have a lot more automations that we need to do, so it'll be fine putting them right here. So what I'm going to use is the laser node. Let's get our card holder. Those will go in the middle there. These are going to get specific outputs. Let's go ahead and take a connection up from right here. So let's take some purple cables and we're going to bring that up. We're going to need a P2P. And memory card will link that guy. And I think we could probably just put a full-size interface right on here. If I put a full-size interface there, what I'm going to want is some small cogwheels. Let's get 2 of those. We want one there, and we're going to use the mechanical arm. We'll also need a depot. We're going to place that... let's say right here. We're going to need a laser node here to move blaze cakes into this. And then from the back side, we're going to put a mechanical arm there. Can these be powered from the bottom? No, they can't. So we're going to put that there. This is online, so like we could put that in there. What we're going to need is blaze cakes. We're going to need carbon powder, polished blackstone, and lava. So carbon powder, polished blackstone, and lava. Then for the light essence, we need water, smooth quartz, glowstone, and HDPE. There we go, and that's everything. So, blaze is going to go in here. We're going to need filters. We're going to need a bunch of filters. Let's just take 64. Easy. I'll grab some normal filters. Let's grab 62 of those so we just have a full stack. Okay, this is going to get an insert, a limited filter of the blaze cake. Yes. Let's change that to channel orange, just so it's its own separate network. So here's going to be the tricky part. In here, we have to get our card holder. So we're going to separate 4 cards and a fluid card. 4 items, 4 fluids. And these are going to need to be filtered themselves. But the problem is we're going to have to separate them out like this. Let's change this to orange. Separate these out. This guy is going to need a counting filter. We're going to start with the darkness essence. So if we do this, does that put 4? Oh, that's awesome. And lava. Oh, this needs to be... I want to change this. I want to double it. So the lava needs to be on the fluid filter. So that's that one. That one's set. Let's take that and we're going to double it. And double it. Counting filter. Double that. Double that. And then this is the last one, right? I believe that's correct. Let's see. That's you. It'd be nice if I didn't have to exit all the way out of this, but... And then these fluid cards. This is going to be a counting filter for lava. And a bucket is fine. Counting filter lava. Counting filter lava. And then the last one, counting filter lava. Okay, so each of these on the cardinal directions, these are going to get inserts. And then they will also get an item, a fluid extract. A fluid extract. And we'll put that on channel 2. And we're going to put that on a drawer. Yes. So let's get 3 more. Channel 2 extract. Let's get some overclockers, because we're going to need to crank these things up. We want them to be as fast as possible, so the export cards, and those are going to be faced with the same problem. So 1 bucket per tick. And then this one, exit 1 bucket per tick. So you and you and you. And then that's on the east. We want one on the west as well. And then last north, down, south. There we go. So all of those are hooked up. So all those items will go into there. I'm going to have to put motors. Let's get 2 motors. Actually, more than 2 motors. 1 there. 1 there. And we're going to need to turn these all the way up. Let's rotate them facing the correct direction. There we go. And then we need the light essence. So the light essence, water, smooth quartz, glowstone, HDPE. And we're going to need our card holder. We'll set all 4 of them. That's going to be orange. And then our fluid, all 4. This will also be orange. But then we need to separate them. And this isn't a version of Laser Eye that has the copy. Yeah, okay. And these need the item filter. For smooth quartz, we're going to double it. Wrong button. Left click. And HDPE. Excellent. Counting filter, smooth quartz. Glowstone. HDPE. This should automate these in a way that we shouldn't have to worry too much about running out of them. They should be nice and fast this way. And then this fluid card needs water. There we go. And then that's going to be on the cardinals. So north, insert, south, insert, west, and east. And we're also going to need extracts. Can I edit that from here? No. Let's change that to channel 3. There we go. Those should all be correct. And then we're just going to need drawers. So let's see. At functional. Let's get 2 drawers and 8 upgrades. And we'll place those here and here. And is there a better spot that I could put them? I could put them like right here. I could put the drawer right there. Do I want that? I could do that. And then on the up, because these are channel 2, so on the up, I could do insert on channel 2. And then over here, can I see that one? No. Oh, I could do it here. Up on channel 3 is an insert. Now those should be connected. Now the only thing I need to do is set... Where'd that arm go? Oh, I went on the depot. So take items from depot, deposit into these blaze burners. And then will this place upside down like that? No. Let me see. Can I rotate it? No. Okay. I don't know if that's still set. So you. There we go. And then I'm going to place him back here. And then a motor is going to go there. Let's rotate it so we can see our speed. And we're going to set our speed to 128. I don't want it to be too fast because I don't want it to be like jittery. And then lastly, a cog. So if I put that there, if I get gates, place one there, that's spinning, that's spinning, that's spinning. If I put a blaze cake on here, okay. Now, all I need to do is set an extract on the opposite side here. Let's get into laser IO. Let's make 32 of these. These are node overclockers. So on the opposite side here on the west, we can set an extract, and that's going to be an insert on orange. We're going to change that to 1 because that's what these were also set to. So these are also set to 1. So that's an insert on 1. So on this opposite side, we're going to have to extract. Let's change it. Transfer amount, tick speed, round robin true. Now once I click this, it should start working. Okay, so that's our blaze rods. Now we need to link this guy. So he's connected now to that. And that. So those are getting their things. Now just on this opposite side, we need a fluid card that is extracting. And same thing, we're going to put an overclocker, round robin, change it to 1. That's getting lava. I'm going to set this to 1 bucket. Set this to 1 bucket. Darkness essence. This is getting lava. That's not correct. That was a mistake. Can I pull all these out? Almost all of them. This, we don't need it. No big deal. Back to functional. There we go. And is this... This is not filling with anything. It's getting zinc nuggets. How is it getting zinc nuggets? Where do zinc nuggets come from? How in the world Is it getting zinc nuggets? Okay, this needs to be a filter on dark essence. And this is not getting anything. On the up needs to be a filter of light essence. And all of these... Oh, I didn't set these correctly, so perfect. Extract. 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 And lastly, extract. So light essence. Okay, light essence is going in there. I don't know where the zinc nuggets are coming from. Where are zinc nuggets coming from? Zinc nugget. Oh, water, apparently. Okay, so let's get a bucket and say you are only allowed to make... Let's link these drawers, because that's going to be a problem, apparently. So configuration tool and link you. So now we have essence, light essence, and we'll filter these to only make light essence. So now they should not be making any more zinc nuggets. And then this should be dark essence. And we need our new drawer. There. Dark essence. At functional, we'll get one more netherite upgrade. And then we'll lock you and link you. So now we have 91 buckets there. 17 buckets there. We can see these are going up nice and quickly. Cool. And then the dark essence. Can I put that in there? Let's put that in there. Grab dark essence just to filter this. There we go. And then we'll put this back in our system. Cool. Alright, now that's all set up. Bam. So we have light and dark essence set up. How can we fix these lights? Because they are ugly. I suppose what I could have done is... No, not really. Because of the length of these. I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it being ugly, honestly. Unfortunately. It's just gonna be ugly. So now we have darkness essence and light essence. So now... The darkness essence, we needed this to put in a blast chiller to make essence of darkness. The essence of darkness then gets made into enriched essence of darkness, which gets used to make the creative energy cube and the creative storage disk, but more importantly, gets to make the wither skeleton skull and the black HDPE. So these two we need, the wither skeleton skull, obviously for wither skeletons, or for nether stars, and the black HDPE we need for our solar neutron activators and our SPS casings. We're not quite to the SPS casing yet, but... So let's take our darkness essence over here to our thermal area, and we're going to have to set up some more machines here. So blast chiller. The blast chiller is going to take these. Let's cancel this, and let's just make 10 of those. So we need, let's go with 8 of them. Yeah, I think we can fit 8 over here. You are exporting lava. How slow are you? So how much does it take in a blast chiller to make obsidian? It takes 8,000. Okay, so it's even going to be slower than this. So we definitely want this to be a bigger process or a bigger area. So let's take our blast chillers. We're going to use laser IO for this too. There we go. And let's grab some of these guys so we can fix this up. And that goes right here. There we go. And using laser IO, place one there. We'll get a flat interface. This is going to have Essence of Darkness. We'll put 4 buckets in there. And then I think that just gets exported into there. So we're going to need 1 fluid card on export on channel 1. Round robin true. We'll put overclockers in. We'll change it down to a bucket. There we go. And then these are going to be inserts on 1. Correct. And then we're also going to need energy. Yes. And the best way for me to get energy out of our system, can I put that here? And on this side, can you take an energy card? You can, but is it going to let it work? If I extract round robin, the south? Yeah, that's south. What if I pick it up and place it back down? There we go. I think that will work. And you're going to be an extract, round robin true. Can I move that so that line looks better? No, not really. I'll put in the top one. So, you guys are all going to get an energy insert and a fluid insert. Energy, fluid, is that the same way? Yes. Energy on top, fluid on the bottom. Energy on top, fluid on the bottom. And I also need an item export card. Right. I do need an item export. So let's get 8 of those. And we'll say export. That should be totally fine. We'll say, yeah, channel 0. That's fine. That functional. We need a drawer. And we'll put that drawer. Should we put it there? That'll be okay. Your item insert will go there. And that all should be good. All I need to do is link these in a way that makes some sort of sense. That guy, that guy, that guy, and then this one to this one. Those are all set up. And then from thermal, I'm going to grab my red print. And we're going to clear the settings, and then we'll say this guy, what you are going to get is both insert and extract on the back. And that should be okay. Now you just need your export there. That render's kind of a little jacked up. And it looks like these are running. They are real slow. They all have essence in them. How much essence do we have? Well, we've got a lot. So at thermal, we need upgrades. Where are the kits? First off, we're going to need 3 times 8 here. And then we're also going to need the integral components. So that gets that. And those are going. I think I need to automate the electrum plates. I need to passive these because they take way too long. I could do that over on the create side. Okay, so this is making Essence of Darkness. And then this should... Do I need to stage this? Oh, these need item exports, right. There we go. And you... There we go. I think in a newer version of Laser IO, I might be able to update it manually if I wanted to. You can actually... There's a copy paste card or a copy paste tool. And then lastly, we need to configure and lock. So configure that or link. There we go. So now we should be able to see this Essence of Darkness. And the only use for this is pretty much going to be to turn into the enriched Essence of Darkness. So we'll come back over to our mechanism side. And I think I have an enriching factory. Infusing factory? No, enriching. We'll take one of these guys and put him down here. And then here we need darkness. 8 of them. You will get a filter. That's going to be an insert. What do I have here? Insert on orange and energy. The insert goes on the top. The energy goes there. You're going to get a filter of darkness. Do I want a counting filter? Did I do these with counting filters? I don't remember. No, I didn't. And then I change you to orange there. And then you get linked. And that should be everything. Oh, input, output, eject. And then installer. And let's take this thing all the way up to the max. We'll turn that on. And then this will go just into a metallurgic infuser. So we're going to put this into a drawer as well. Where's our upgrades? Energy and speed. Energy, speed. Now that's cooking. I don't know that I'll need 2048 of these, so we're just going to set it to 512. So let's put them down first and stage these upgrades. Because I think when it auto exports, yeah, we're already at 512, so it's already full. So lock you and link you. All right, and now we need the other darkness. Why is that not linked? Why is that not showing? That's what's right here. And I just linked that, right? Linking tool. Yeah. That's linked. This is online. Device offline. Why is this device offline? Device online. Device offline. You are unlinked. That's why. I don't remember if the last time I was playing, if there was a crash. Maybe there was a crash and that screwed it up. So now that should be staged in here. Yep, that's staged in here. So the uses of this darkness are those two, and then 3 separate metallurgic infusers. The enriched basalic catalyst, is that what that is? What was that called? The enriched basalic reagent can be used to up our ores, our primary, our auxiliary. It can make our ores better. So let's say our crushed iron, instead of crushing this the way that we currently do, I think we just smelt this right into one. But if we ran it through the pulverizer with this guy, the iron additional 20% chance, and then the nickel a 5% chance, what this guy would do would give us 2.5. So it would increase that 40 to like a 50% chance, and then the auxiliary by 5. So it would make it better. I don't think that we're going to use this for that. So what I will do is get these 2 metallurgic infusers over here that I had that were just extra. Those are going to get placed down. They're also going to get nodes. And on the... what are some of these? Where is one of these? I think the bottom here, the insert would get that darkness on the down. And that's going to be the same thing here. Insert on the down, the darkness. We'll change that to... what happened there? Why did that disappear? Oh, I see. Channel 1. And we'll say on the bottom is going to be your input. Here's extract, or that's going to be the extra. That's the input. That's the output. And then the same thing here. Yellow, red, blue. Now those should go in there once I link them. And we're also going to put an energy card in there. And then we're also going to put Wither skeleton skulls and HDPE sheets. So you are going to get skeleton. And you are going to get HDPE. And that's going to be, yeah, those are connected on the back. Yes. So those are all connected and all good. Splitting is on, splitting is on. So all we need to do now is connect them. So we'll link him to him and him to him. And then that one's full. I think... nah, I don't care. You are not an extract, but an insert. There we go. And then here we need HDPE and skeleton skulls. Let's change these just so there's a little buffer in there. There we go. Black HDPE and wither skeleton skulls. Now this guy gets used there. The wither skeleton skull. There's not a ton of uses. So both of these are going to get drawers with downgrades. See, that time it worked. I don't know why it worked that time. So drawers, iron, copper, bingo, bongo. Sweet. Let's lock and link. So now, black HDPE and wither skeleton skulls. Sweet. And the last thing we are going to do today is set up automation for the glowing ingot. This is another thing that we're going to need in a lot of volume. So what we're going to do on the cardinal directions here, we're going to insert fluid. That will be lava. On here, we're going to pull from this side. So this is an export on white. And then we're going to need filters for this. And we're going to put a counting filter on it. So we'll say you, and then you're going to get a brass ingot. And let's set it to 4. And we're going to do that again on the cardinal directions for 4 ingots. There we go. And then one last one on the east. Insert brass for 4. And then we're going to take a a drawer, and we're going to put that, let's see, all of our drawers are lined up on this line, so I guess we're going to put it right here. I don't really like that all that much, though, because I don't want the laser just sitting on top of it. So I think what we might do is connect it here. And then this guy is going to have an item card that's going to be on stock, I believe. No, and I want a normal filter. Let's clear that. Grab one of these guys. So it's on a stock. I think this is the first time I've ever used the stocking card. Glowing ingot. Transfer 8. Yeah, we'll try that. And then I think all I really need to do is link these together. So if I link this guy here, he's not going to do anything. But then if I link him to there, and that to there, and then I put this spout back, this is exporting, and I'm going to need a fluid export. There, so that's lava. And let's change this to round robin true. There we go. Now this guy, if he's set on insert, how does the stocking card work? Default down, regulate. Do I need to like stage this? No, that's not doing it. So do I need to set this on an export? Let's just do it this way. Let's change this to channel 1. We'll change it to insert. And then we will add an export card here. There we go. And then we'll change these to export that way. So you, channel 1, export 8. You, channel 1, export 8. And then lastly, you, channel 1, export an 8. There we go. So let's go ahead and lock this. We need to get our drawer back. Now we have the glowing ingot. Now I think that we need to upgrade our fluid card. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll turn that down. So now these are going to stay nice and full with lava. I thought these had a larger tank than 1,000 millibuckets. I might have to upgrade this. Let's see. The glowing ingot is used to make the chromatic compound. That's used to make shadow steel. Industrium. I don't think that we're going to use industrium. I don't think this is used. I think this is just used for tool crafting, which I don't think that we're going to need that. Silkstrom, Fortunite, Oh, we do need the refined radiance. So I might have to upgrade this even more. So now we have andesite alloy, polished rose quartz, and obsidian dust all on autocraft, so we can set up this chromatic compound. And we'll do that next episode. I might expand this out even further, actually. I don't know that this can get to be any faster than just the way it is. I think if I take this guy, what I can do is make this more by going this way. Extract round robin. Let's put that in there and change that. Export round robin. That. Export round robin. That way. Okay, so that's a little bit faster. So that might suffice. So these node overclockers, by default, this can only run one of these nodes at a time. But if we put that in there, it will actually run 4 additional ones. You could put up to 8 in there, but I only need 4 on this one. So now that's running. And I believe we have plenty of... No, we do not have plenty of lava. Okay. So we're going to have to upgrade our lava production, and what we might just do with this, lava is an infinite pool, so if we make up, where is it? I believe there is some place in here that tells us about infinite fluids, but I don't remember. Bottomless fluid pits. All the required max integer fluids for the final quest can be made in a 10,000 block volume. So I believe, yeah, so lava we can, if we look at it, I believe, yeah, tags. So these tags are bottomless allow. So lava, water, cognitium, liquid DT, chocolate, light essence, and darkness essence. We can make these bottomless fluids by using the pump. What is it? The hose pulley from Create. So if we make a really big like source of this, then these will be infinite. So we might end up having to do that with lava as well. But I want to thank you guys for stopping in. I'm going to get a bunch of stuff done for the next episode so we can get closer and closer to finishing this pack. Hopefully within the next couple of episodes, and then we can move on to a new pack. Thanks so much.